Hello and welcome back to the channel, the place where we explore simple and practical ways to stay healthy and active after 60. Let me ask you something. Did you know that just 2 hours of sitting still can already begin to weaken your body, even if you don't feel anything wrong at the time? Many people are surprised by this, but it's true. Sitting too long doesn't just make you stiff. It quietly reduces muscle strength, slows down your balance, and even affects how clearly you think. The longer we stay inactive, the faster our bodies lose their ability to stay strong and steady. This happens slowly, so most people don't notice, until one day, they feel weak just standing up or walking across a room. In today's video, I want to show you that it doesn't have to be this way. There are 4 simple habits you can start doing at home, without special equipment, without going outside, and they can help protect your muscles, your balance, and your health. And the best part? Some of them can be done while you're sitting down. Here are the 4 habits we'll talk about. First, tensing your muscles while sitting, a simple way to keep your body active even when you're not moving. Second, drawing letters with your feet, which keeps your ankles flexible and your blood flowing. Third, walking every time you answer phone, to add light movement into your day without changing your routine. And fourth, deep breathing with control, which improves heart health, brain function, and helps you relax. Each of these habits has been supported by research from trusted medical organizations in the U.S. and chosen specifically for people over 60. So let's begin with the simplest one, something you can do right now, just by sitting where you are. When we sit, we often think we're doing nothing. But the truth is, even while sitting, your muscles can still work for you. One of the easiest and safest ways to do this is called isometric exercise. It means tightening a group of muscles without moving your body. The American Council on Exercise explains that isometric exercises are very effective for older adults, especially those who sit for long periods or have limited mobility. When you tighten muscles like your thighs, hips, or stomach, even for a few seconds, you're giving them a signal to stay awake and stay strong. Why does this matter? As we age, muscle loss happens faster if we don't stay active. And when muscles get weaker, standing up, climbing stairs, or even walking across a room becomes more difficult. Tensing your muscles during the day, even while sitting, helps maintain strength and keeps the blood flowing. That means better balance, more control, and a lower risk of falling. Let's take a look at 2 examples. Harold is 67 years old. Every morning, while reading the newspaper, he spends 10 minutes tightening and relaxing his stomach and hip muscles while sitting. He does this daily. 6 months later, he notices that getting up from his chair is still easy, and he doesn't need to use his hands for support. Roger is 68. He spends most afternoons watching TV for hours without moving. Recently, he's been noticing that his legs feel weak, and he sometimes loses balance while walking. He hasn't had any major illness, but his strength is clearly fading. The only difference between Harold and Roger is one small habit. Just a few minutes of quiet muscle work each day can have a big impact on how steady and strong your body feels. This method has many benefits. First, it doesn't stress your joints. That's especially helpful for people with arthritis or knee pain. Second, you don't need any equipment or special space. You can do it at home, at the kitchen table, even while watching TV. Third, it's very safe. There's no risk of falling or hurting yourself. But like all things, it has its limits. Isometric exercises don't improve flexibility. They also don't make your heart stronger like walking or aerobic exercise does. And you might not feel the results right away. You'll need to stay consistent, doing this at least once or twice each day to see a real difference. Research from the University of Maryland Medical Center shows that these types of exercises help improve muscle control and balance, both of which are key to preventing falls in older adults. That's important, because a simple fall can lead to serious problems after 60. So, how can you start doing this right now? Here's a simple routine you can follow. Sit on a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Keep your back straight and shoulders relaxed. Now gently tighten your hip muscles, the muscles around your bottom. Hold this for 5 seconds, then relax for 5 seconds. Do this 10 times. Next, move to your stomach. Pull your belly in gently, Hold it for 5 seconds and relax. Do that 10 times. Then do the same with your thighs. According to Harvard Health, doing this once or twice a day for just 5 to 10 minutes is enough to help maintain strength. And here's an important note. Don't hold your breath. Breathe normally. Try to inhale slowly through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth while you tighten your muscles. This helps your brain and body stay calm. While working, it may not feel like much at first, but this is one of those habits that gives quiet results. After a week or two, you may notice that standing up feels easier. Your legs feel steadier. You can move around the house with more control, all from something so simple. It barely feels like exercise. Just remember, the goal is not to feel tired or sore. The goal is to remind your body that it still has power and to keep that power alive, even when you're sitting down. Try this routine today and pay attention to how your body responds over the next few days. Notice if it becomes easier to stand or if you feel more stable when walking. These little changes are signs that your body is waking up again, because no matter your age, your muscles are still listening. And with the right habits, they'll keep supporting you one quiet squeeze at a time. Let me know if you'd like to continue with the next part, where we'll explore another simple trick to keep your legs strong, even while sitting. Number 2, drawing letters with your feet helps keep your legs strong and your blood flowing. When we sit for a long time, blood tends to collect in the lower parts of our body, especially in the feet and ankles. This can lead to swelling, stiffness, or even more serious problems like blood clots. According to Cleveland Clinic, making small movements with your ankles can improve circulation and reduce the risk of these issues. That's why this simple habit, drawing letters with your feet, can make a big difference. This habit works by gently moving your ankle in different directions, which activates the muscles in your lower legs. It keeps the joints from getting stiff and helps your veins push blood back up toward the heart. Even though it looks small, this kind of movement supports the entire circulation process in your legs. Let's take a look at 2 situations to see the impact. Donna, 70 years old, likes to watch TV in the evening. While sitting, she lifts one foot slightly off the floor and writes the alphabet in the air using her toes. This keeps her ankles flexible, and she no longer feels stiffness in the morning. Joe, 72, also watches TV every night, but he stays completely still. After a few months, his ankles often swell, and one time he had to go to hospital because of deep vein thrombosis, when a blood clot forms in the leg. His doctor told him that long periods of sitting without movement were a big part cause. As we can see, this small habit may seem simple, but it helps prevent serious problems. Even a few minutes of gentle motion can support better health. There are some clear advantages to this exercise. It helps blood flow better through your lower body. It also keeps your ankle joints moving smoothly, which can make standing and walking easier. And the best part is, you can do it while sitting down, even while watching TV or reading. But like any habit, there are a few things to keep in mind. You need to do it regularly to see results. It's not something you do once and forget. Also, if you have serious joint problems or arthritis in your ankles, you may need to move more gently or for a shorter time. A study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that ankle exercises like this one improved blood flow in adults over 65. It also helped reduce swelling and pressure in the lower legs. That means fewer leg cramps, better comfort, and a lower risk of complications from poor circulation. So how do you do it? Sit on a chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Lift one foot gently, keeping your knee bent. Then use your toes to write the alphabet in the air from A to Z. Move slowly and don't rush. After finishing, switch to the other foot. You can do this once per day for each leg. It only takes a few minutes. You don't need to make big or fast movements. Small, steady motions are enough. Some people like to play quiet music or listen to radio while doing this. That can help make the habit more relaxing and easier to remember. Just 5 minutes a day can help protect your legs, improve circulation, and support your mobility. The next time you feel tingling or stiffness in your feet, try drawing a few letters. Your body will thank you. Number 3, Standing up and walking every time you answer the phone gives your heart and legs a chance to stay active. We all get phone calls during the day, and most of the time we answer the phone and stay seated, especially if we're talking for a while. But according to Harvard Health Publishing, each time you stand up during the day helps your heart, your blood pressure, and your legs. Standing helps your blood move better, prevents pooling in your lower body, and gives your muscles a gentle stretch. The problem is, phone calls often become moments of stillness. We sit, we talk, and we don't move. But what if we turned each phone call into a reminder to get up and move around, even just a little? Here's how it looks in real life. Elaine is 66. She decided to follow a rule. Every time the phone rings, she stands up and walks around the room while talking. She does it without thinking now. Thanks to this habit, she adds a few hundred steps to her day without needing to plan a workout. Arthur is 69. He answers his calls sitting down, sometimes for long chats. When he gets up after, he notices pain in his lower back and tingling in his legs. It's harder for him to stand up straight after sitting still for so long. This habit doesn't take extra time or planning, but it brings movement into your routine. It gets your blood moving, helps your heart, and gives your body the signal to stay alert. There are many benefits. You get more light movement during the day. It supports heart health and helps keep your legs from feeling stiff. And because it's tied to something you already do, talking on the phone, it's easy to remember. But there are also a few challenges. You need to be intentional. If you don't remind yourself at first, you may forget. And while this helps add movement, it doesn't replace more structured exercise like walking outdoors or stretching. The National Institute on Aging reminds us that spreading out small bits of movement across the day has a strong effect on heart health and emotional well-being. Even light activity, done often, makes a big difference over time. So how can you use this idea today? First, place a small note next to your phone or on the wall. Stand up when you answer. Second, you can set a special ringtone that reminds you to move. When you hear it, you'll know it's time to get up. Finally, once you start talking, walk gently around the room. You don't need to walk fast. Just keep your body moving. Over time, your legs will feel stronger, your back less stiff, and you may even find yourself in a better mood after calls. Each phone call is not just a conversation. It's also a chance to help your body stay healthy. Don't let these moments go to waste. Try standing and walking next time the phone rings, and after 1 week, notice the difference in how your body feels. Let me know if you'd like to continue the final part, where we'll explore how controlled breathing can help your heart, brain, and mood, all in just a few minutes each day. Number 4, deep and slow breathing keeps your mind and body strong. Most people think of breathing as something automatic. We don't think about it. We just do it. But how we breathe matters, especially as we get older. According to Cleveland Clinic, deep and steady breathing helps lower blood pressure, reduce stress, improve blood flow, and bring more oxygen to the brain. All of this is especially important for people over 60. When we sit too long, our breathing often becomes short and fast without us noticing. This kind of shallow breathing can make the heart beat faster and reduce the amount of oxygen reaching the brain. That leads to feeling tired, dizzy, or forgetful. It may also make it harder to fall asleep or stay calm during the day. Let's look at 2 situations to understand the difference this habit can make. Linda is 71. Each morning, she spends 5 minutes practicing a simple breathing rhythm. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. This routine helps her feel more alert during the day. She also reports better sleep and more stable blood pressure readings at her checkups. George, who is 69, often feels anxious. His breathing tends to be quick and shallow, especially when watching the news or reading messages on his phone. Recently, he's had trouble sleeping and finds it harder to focus. His doctor explained that his body was getting less oxygen, and this imbalance between oxygen and carbon dioxide was likely affecting his memory and mood. As we can see, something as simple as changing how we breathe can have a strong effect on both the body and the mind. The good news is that deep breathing can be done anywhere, anytime, and it doesn't require any equipment. It's gentle, quiet, and easy to learn. But just like other good habits, it needs to be done regularly to be effective. The benefits are clear. Deep breathing increases the flow of oxygen to the brain and the heart. It helps lower the level of cortisol, the hormone that rises when we feel stress. It also helps calm the nervous system, which is especially helpful for people who often feel worried or overwhelmed. There are, however, a few things to keep in mind. It's easy to forget about this habit if you don't build it into your daily routine. And for those with certain lung conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, it's important to follow the right technique and talk to a doctor if needed. Research published by Harvard Medical School shows that practicing deep breathing for 5 to 10 minutes a day can reduce blood pressure by 15 to 20 points after a few weeks. That's a powerful result, especially for people who want controlled blood pressure without adding more medication. So how do you start? Try a method called box breathing. It's simple and easy to remember. Sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Rest your hands on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth for 4 seconds. That's 1 round. Repeat this breathing pattern 10 to 12 times. You can do this in the morning to start the day calmly, or in the evening to help relax before bed. If you want to make it more enjoyable, you can play soft music in the background or do it with your eyes closed in a quiet room. If you ever feel lightheaded while doing this, it's okay to pause, rest a moment, and then continue with a gentler pace. The goal is not to force anything, but to help the body and brain reset in a natural way. Each deep breath gives your body a chance to recover. It brings fresh oxygen into your system, helps you feel clearer, and supports your heart. These effects build over time, so the more often you do it, the more benefits you'll see. Try it for a few minutes every day and see how it changes the way you feel, think, and sleep. You might be surprised how much difference a few quiet breaths can make. Let's now look back at the small steps we've taken. We've talked about 4 habits that seem simple, but can truly make a difference if practiced every day. Tensing your muscles while sitting, drawing letters with your feet, standing and walking during phone calls, and practicing deep breathing each morning. Take a moment now and think, which of these habits have you already done without realizing? And which one could be the easiest for you to try today? There's no need to do all of them at once. Just pick one. Try it for 7 days. Your body will answer by feeling stronger, lighter, and more stable. That's how you'll know it's working. You can even write a small note and place it next to your favorite chair. Just 4 words: tense, draw, walk, breathe. Every time you sit down for a long time, look at those words and pick one thing to do. If you feel better after a week, come back to this video and let us know. Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how it's going for you. Remember, getting older may slow us down, but it doesn't mean we can't take care of our health. These small habits, done at home, can help you stay strong, flexible, and clear-minded. Just a few minutes each day, right there in your own chair, can keep you moving, thinking, and living better. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss more health tips like these. Easy to do and made just for you. Stay strong, stay active, and most of all, stay free to enjoy your days your way.